should be the default mentality. Yeah. But 99.9% of people, unfortunately, do not think this way. 99.9% of people have no real ambition. They have no self-belief. They are not driven. And they are nowhere near close to achieving their full potential. And it's annoying. When you've got my mentality, you will get annoyed every now and then when you have to sit and listen to someone with that weak-ass mentality. So it was about a month and a half ago, my former mortgage broker, his work colleague, has phoned me up. I don't know what was going on with my mortgage broker, maybe he was away on holiday or something like that. But he phoned me to say that, yeah, in about 6 or 7 months' time, one of your properties, the mortgage is up for renewal on that. Would you like me to take care of it for you? And I said, no, don't worry about it. My girl's a mortgage broker. She does my mortgages for me. He was like, oh, okay, well, cool. That's understandable. But what about pensions and that? What were you saying for a pension? Have you got a pension? I said, to be fair, I actually opted out of being in the pension scheme when I was at my former workplace. So when I was at Holmes Haringey, they put me into the pension scheme once I qualified as an electrician because I was an apprentice. I opted out. Yeah, take my blood clot out of that pension. Now, he says, so why have you not got a pension? Like, what's your plan? I said, well, obviously, I've got multiple properties, and that at the moment, like at the time, I was completing on my 6th property. Right now, I've got it. I'm planning on buying more properties in the future anyway. So my properties, they're going to be my pension fund. When I've retired, they're going to bring me a source of income and that. He's like, yeah, but what if things go wrong? What if that goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? And, you know, for a split second, I was just going to jump into JY's TV mode. And I thought, you know what, this is not even worth it. Like, he won't understand my mentality and that if that's how he thinks. Like, my mentality is, I've got a healthy brain, healthy body. If I do not make nothing of myself, that is my problem. I deserve to suffer. You can't have this conversation with these people with this weak beta mindset. These people, they believe they're just a number. This is how they believe their life is going to map out. Like, they feel like their fate is already determined, you know. They believe, you know, they're just going to go to school, get A-levels after school, go to university, hopefully graduate with a 2-1, if not a first-class honours, get a good graduate job, go and work for the big man for 40 to 50 years. In that time, you know, find a wife, have 2.4 children, raise them up until they're 21, 25, and then wait for them to have children and that, and then enjoy their grandchildren growing up and that. Then when they retire, you know, just sit down and relax on their little pension, their little idiot state pension, sell their property, downsize to a bungalow by the coast, and with that spare money, give each of their children 25, 30 grand each so they can go and buy their own first property and that. Yeah, that's worst case scenario. That ain't gonna be my lifestyle. No way. I mean, you know, you can tell a lot by someone by the pictures that they take and, you know, whatever it is. So I think I saved his number. I think his name was like Hugh or something stupid like that. And I must have been going through my WhatsApp one day. And, you know, you just see like an unfamiliar face pop up on your WhatsApp, on your contacts. Like, who the fuck's this guy? Clicked it. I mean, I don't even know this. Oh, yeah, shit, it must be that guy. He's literally just living that life that just a number will live. Look, it's all well and good having a wife and kids, I get it, yeah. But I just see a picture of him. He looked like he's in the Swiss Alps, yeah, on some skiing trip with him and his daughters, whatever, and that. And obviously that's good, you know, everyone wants to have a family and that, but like, yo, I don't want the highlight of my life to be like, you know, like I said, go and work for the big man and then go on one holiday a year and that. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. Do you know why I developed so much ambition? This is what happened. This is the reason why JY is so ambitious. One time I was at work. This is Holmes Haringey, 21, 22 years old, yeah? And me, I'm a numbers man, yeah? And I literally just sat down one day. I didn't do the calculations. But what I'm saying is, I sat down one day and I thought to myself, hold on a minute. I can literally, with enough time, roughly calculate how much money I will have saved up, how much money I will earn in a lifetime working at this job. So let's say I was at Holmes to Haringey for 40 years, or working a similar role for 40 years. I'll be on pretty much, 30, 35, 40. Obviously, money goes up with inflation and that, but. And then I could work out how much of that I would be able to save. And that actually scared me, Like, I don't want to be able to just predict how much I will be worth in X amount of years and that. Because if you can predict how much you're going to be worth in X amount of years, you're not going to be worth nothing. Do you think Jeff Bezos, when he was first starting Amazon, you think Elon Musk, when he was first starting PayPal and Tesla and that, could predict how much he's going to be worth? I'm talking about before anything actually got started and that. No way. If you can literally sit down and let's say you stay in the same job role, you will be able to predict how much you're going to be worth in 50 years time. Blah, nah. That is scary to me, because now my life is mapped out. Don't get it twisted. I'm a man with a plan. Yeah. But I don't want to know, okay, this is going to be my fate. This is how much I'm going to be worth. Yeah. When I'm 67 years old, I'll have about 200 grand in the bank. Fuck that. What's 200 grand? What's 200 grand? That's not big money. Yeah, if you're going to go and spunk it and blow it on dumb shit, yeah. But 200 grand ain't that much. It's enough to get started, but it's not enough to, it's not the be all and end all. No way. Absolutely not. So, yeah, this is the reason why I'm ambitious in that. Because I actually sat down one day and I thought to myself, if I continue on this path, I can actually calculate how much I'm going to be worth, how much I could roughly save in the next 50 years. Fuck that bullshit. Imagine for the next 50 years, you're saving up just 10 grand a year. Yeah, 500 grand. Yeah, that's all well and good. But blood, like, come on, man. You should be able to have more than 500 grand. Like, you don't need to have 500 grand liquid cash, but you need to have bare hella assets. My assets are worth more than 500 grand at the moment. They're worth $1 million. For out of all my properties, they're worth $1 million. And that's before man get to the age of 70 years old. So this is why I'm as ambitious as I am. Because I literally, one time when I was 21, 22, 23 years old, I sat down and I thought to myself, hold on a minute, I can literally calculate where I'm going to be in the next 40, 50 years. Nah, fuck that. Man, I have to get off this path. Yeah? And that's why I became electrical tester. Now, don't get it twisted, electrical tester is not the way out. But what I'm saying is, just looking at the other and older man them that are around, like with their mash up knees and that, I'm thinking, if I stay on this path as just a regular electrician, I'm going to be like them. So you know what? I've allowed them to make the mistakes, and I'm going to learn from their ass clown mistakes. So yeah, man, that's it for today, man. Stay, it's time, man.